This is a crazy place to start. Anyway, watching a video predicting the awards for the 2024 NBA season. I'm gonna be giving my own predictions as well. Like and subscribe. I'm gonna go and get to the video. Already 30 seconds through. Obviously, he hasn't gave a award yet.
So MVP, it's pretty much a two-man race at this point. It's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, or it's the two-time winner already, Nikola Jokic. And I was going
I think it's three-man race. Put Luka in there.
back and forth between the two, and I think it's actually very close. And if there was a reason why they ever got co-MVPs, honestly, I wouldn't disagree with that. But for this video, I'm going to pick someone, and I'm going to go with Nikola Jokic. Now, reason why...
Bro, I don't know. It's just like I felt like they gave Jokic MVP from the start of the season. Even when Embiid was averaging like 34 points per game, right before he was averaging 30, like early December, Jokic was still number one in MVP voting. I don't know how. Like they were just ready to give it to Jokic, man. I think Shai and Luka both deserve it more than him. Maybe Luka more than Shai, but I wouldn't say Jokic is my MVP. I'll probably give it to Luka. I'm gonna be honest.
Guys, I do think that the Nuggets are going to get the #1 seed in the Western Conference. They have about a game lead over the Thunder at the moment I'm recording this video, and I'm all for if you are on the best team, you should be probably the MVP if it comes down to that. And obviously, Shai and Jokic have better resumes than like the Boston Celtics, Jason Tatum. And I think if Shai got it, I would be okay with it. I mean, he has taken another leap to being a borderline top 5 player overall in this league. But Jokic is averaging 26 points, 12 rebounds a night, 9 assists, shooting 58% from the field, 35% from 3, and 83% from the line. Just his offensive game, I think, is a little bit more impactful than Shai's is. And don't get me wrong, Shai's an incredible season. And like I said, if he won MVP, I wouldn't really disagree with it at all. I just think that Nikola Jokic has made a little bit more of an impact to his Denver Nuggets team, that it's looking like he's going to finish with a better record than the Thunder in the Western Conference. And I think if the Thunder, in my opinion, got the 1 seed, I'd maybe change my opinion. But right now, I think that the Nuggets are going to get the 1 seed, and that's why I'm a little bit more towards Jokic. You can also throw out some respect for Luka Doncic, but the Mavericks really aren't as good this year to really, I think, warrant an MVP award. Giannis Antetokounmpo having an MVP caliber season as well, but I'm going to opt with the Joker, who's going to get his 3rd career MVP. All right, a much easier award to decide on now. It's going to be Rookie of the Year. Now, there have been 2 phenomenal rookies that aren't going to win this award. Brandon Miller of the Charlotte Hornets, I want to give a shout out to, because he has been an absolute...
Yeah, but it's Wemby. You're kind of ranting right now, but I'll let you do your rant. I actually like 6 Rings of Steel. By the way, this is 6 Rings of Steel. Go subscribe to him. This is second channel though. Like SROS is basically the abbreviation. Wait, what's the name for it? Acronym? Yeah, it's the acronym for 6 Rings of Steel.
Beast for a dumpster fire organization that seems like it could be trending in the right direction. And they made a phenomenal job drafting him over Scoot Henderson, 2nd overall, it looks like. And then I also want to give a shout out to Chet Holmgren. Not really his first year in the NBA. That would have been last year, but he was out the whole season. But he has been a phenomenal rookie. Any other year, he probably would have won Rookie of the Year. 17 points, 8 rebounds a night, 2.5 assists, 54% from the field, 38% from 3, and all defensive caliber defense as well from Chet. Like, it's a phenomenal year, but it's got to go to Wemby. It took a little bit of time for Wemby to get his feet settled.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. My bad. At the start of the year, I did have Chet winning Rookie of the Year, but Wemby's averaging like 20 and a half, 3 blocks, 3.5 blocks, I think. I'm like 90% sure he's averaging 3.5 blocks. A lot of rebounds. I don't know the rebounds on the top of my head. Good amount of assists. At first, I was thinking, why are the Spurs playing him like this? But it's actually been perfect. And next season, he's probably gonna be even better. Next season, he's definitely going to be an all-star. Just watch.
The NBA, but man, he has been just absolutely incredible for the last like 50 games of his career. He's at 21 points, 10.5 rebounds on the year, 3.5 assists.
See, those are crazy stats. Like, imagine next year he's averaging what, like 24, same amount of rebounds, 4 assists, 4 blocks. I'm gonna be honest, because his defense that's the main thing. His defense has been getting better this entire season. So I don't know. He's definitely gonna win like 3 defense player years too. But
Shooting 47% from the field, 32% from three, 80% from the line. But if we look at just the last 35 games alone, I mean, the numbers are just even better. 22 points, 10.5 rebounds, 4 assists a night, shooting 48% from the field, 34% from three on 5.5 attempts a night. Oh yeah, he's also leading the league in blocks, 3.4 a night as a rookie. He's going to be the blocks champion in year 1. And he's a top 3 defender this year, in my opinion. So my rookie of the year is going to go to Victor Wembanyama. I think there's a little bit less debate on that one than MVP. So I mentioned Victor Wembanyama in the defensive player of the year conversation. I think he's going to come up just short. I think he's going to be the runner-up, but could probably win this award 5 times in the next 10 years. But I do think that this year's winner will be Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, Rudy Gobert is another player that basically got it from the start of the season just based off how the Timberwolves were playing. But it was actually warranted because without Rudy, there wouldn't be defense. I mean, obviously, we've seen years before this where the Timberwolves were lacking in defense severely, and that's the reason they traded for Rudy Gobert. And this season, it's been working out. I mean, look where the Timberwolves at. They're still able to get the 1 seed. I don't know what things are looking like right now, but they're still able to get the 1 seed for sure, even with Karl-Anthony Towns out. And yeah, I think Wemby's definitely the runner-up because Wemby's probably has been the best defender in the league this year. Thing is about Wemby, obviously he's on the Spurs, worst team in the West, and I think AD's probably gonna miss all defensive team in general just because Rudy Gobert and Wemby, which is the craziest part to me. But let's keep going.
Who would be winning his 4th career Defensive Player of the Year award. Also, just a complete 180 from Rudy Gobert's first year in Minnesota. The Timberwolves this year are the best defensive team in the NBA, and Gobert is averaging 2+ blocks a night. He has an incredible defensive at the rim field goal percentage against, so players are really not finishing strong against them, or they're at least intimidated to go at him at the rim. He is the defensive anchor, the rim protector, the #1 guy on that side of the floor for the best defensive team in the NBA. I think that should help him out a little bit over Wemby, because I think they're kind of neck and neck individually, but when you look at the Timberwolves overall defense and the Spurs overall defense, we definitely are in favor of the T-Wolves. But don't worry, Wemby, like, you're gonna get the next, like I said, 5 defensive player of the years in the
Yeah, just look at Wemby's stats. His steals and blocks
next decade. So we'll give this one to Gobert, and then it'll be Wemby time next year. All right, 6th man of the year. I think it could come down between 2 guys, but I'm gonna go with Malik Monk of the Sacramento Kings.
Yeah, this is one of the worst 6 man of the years we've had recently for sure. But yeah, I don't know. 6 man of the years has been weak recently. But it's definitely Monk. I can't think of anybody else.
He has played 70 games this year for the Kings and has not started a single one of them. He's at 16 points, 3 rebounds, and over 5 assists a night, shooting 44% from the field.
I did not know he got his field goal percentage up. I thought it was lower than that.
35% from 3 and 83% from the line. Malik Monk is going to be a free agent at the end of the year as well, and he's going to get starting caliber money in the offseason. Like, he could get north of $25 million a year because he's still just 26 years old. He was in that 2017 draft class with Jason Tatum and De'Aaron Fox and Donovan Mitchell, and he's having a phenomenal year for the Sacramento Kings off the bench. He's been that 3rd best player, in my opinion, behind Domantas Sabonis and De'Aaron Fox. I think a good runner-up is Norman Powell, and if he won the award, I'd be okay.
Please don't give it to Norman Powell. No. Norman Powell has no... He's not even the 5th... No, he's not even the 4th best player on this team. No, I'm not overrating Westbrook. But Westbrook's impact on the Clippers is just enough to put him over Norman Powell. I'm going to be honest. Because when the Clippers... wrestling on the floor, the Clippers play completely different. I'm going to be honest.
Okay with that as well, because his efficiency is off the charts. 49% from the field, 40.
Yes, because he has stars on his team. Yes.
3% from 3 and averaging 14 points a night as well. But with Harden, Kawhi, and Paul George over there in LA, I think Monk is making more of an impact to his team in Sacramento than Norman Powell is for the Clippers here in 2024. So I'm going to opt for Malik Monk as my 6th man of the year winner this year. All right, most improved. Most improved, man. This one is definitely going to have some debate. I think most of the year people were always tending towards going with Tyrese Maxey for this award. And I think I would have given it to him if it weren't for the breakout season of...
Gotta stop before you're hooked.
Said every smoker.
Ever.
Kobe White of the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, thing is, Kobe White's definitely had the best. Not the best. Bro, my bad. The biggest jump this year. He definitely had the biggest jump this year. I feel like they're still going to give it to Tyrese Maxey, though. They usually don't give it to players who don't make the All-Star game. And Kobe White just hasn't been talked about in general. So they're probably gonna give it to Maxey still. But I won't be mad if Kobe White wins it. I won't be mad if Tyrese Maxey wins it. I would say Sengun, but I feel like they're gonna forget Sengun since he's been out for like a month now. So
Kobe White averaged 9.7 points per game last year for Chicago in 74 games. This year, through about 70 games, he's averaging 19.5 points, over 5 assists a night, something he's never done before, over 4.5 rebounds, also something he's never done before, and is shooting 45% from the field, 38% from 3, and 85% from the line, and in my opinion has been
bro, his stat jump is crazy. 12, bro. He jumped 12 points.
the best Chicago Bull this season. Yes, he's been better than DeMar DeRozan. He's been better than Nikola Vucevic. And he was somebody that was looked at as maybe the 5th best player in the Bulls last year and just has taken such a leap this year on both ends of the floor as well on being a true top 3 scoring option for Chicago. And at times the number 1 scoring option. That is an insane leap that we saw from Kobe White where we thought he was going to be like a fringe 6-man guy going forward in the rest of his career. Obviously, Tyrese Maxey is having an incredible season, was an all-star this year, but honestly, when we saw him without James Harden last year, and we all kind of knew once Harden got traded, we were going to see this jump from Tyrese Maxey. We saw the all-star flashes last year. We just needed to see him have a bigger role, larger volume. And yes, it's an incredible season from Tyrese Maxey. Like I said, if there wasn't like a Kobe White level jump and Maxey was going up against like Sengun or Jalen Johnson or Jalen Williams, I think he won the award. But I think since the season Kobe White is having, and nobody expected this whatsoever, is going to earn my pick for Kobe White to be most improved. And now for Coach of the Year. I think there's a couple guys that could be considered for this award. I want to give a shout out to Willie Green in New Orleans, JB Bickerstaff in Cleveland, what he did without Evan Mobley and Darius Garland and still being one of the better teams in the Eastern Conference. I give some love to Jamal Mosley in Orlando. Honestly, mowing down teams in the East, we got to shout out Joe Mazzulla of the Boston Celtics, even Mike Malone for the Denver Nuggets, who make it the 1 seed. But I'm going to opt for Mark Daigneault.
Yeah, I don't know. Coach of the Year is kind of weird because you could easily give it to OKC's coach, but I want to see what record the Celtics finish with. Because honestly, if they finish with like, how many games are left? I think there's only like 4 games left, maybe even 3. So maybe never mind. What I was about to say is kind of useless. I was about to say if the Celtics finish with like 65 wins, but I don't even think there's that many games left for them to get 65. But yeah, I will give it to what do you say, Martin.
Of the Boston Celtics, even Mike Malone for the Denver Nuggets, who make it the 1 seed. But I'm going to opt for Mark Daigneault,
Oh, I said it way Alright, just forget what I said there. But yeah, it's probably him. Even the Orlando Magic coach, I wouldn't be mad if he got it. I ain't gonna lie. Because the Magic 4th or 5th seed, if they get the 4th seed, I would not be mad at all if he got it.
Head coach of the Oklahoma City Thunder, a team that is going to win 50-plus games, could still end up as the number 1 seed in the Western Conference, on a team that is right up there with the San Antonio Spurs as the youngest team in the NBA. What he's getting out of his young core, like Shea to be an MVP candidate, like Jalen Williams, who's taken this step in year 2, Chet Holmgren's rookie season, Cason Wallace's rookie season, Lou Dort as a 3-and-D player, getting some solid play out of Isaiah Joe and Aaron Wiggins, being a top 5 offensive team in the league, being borderline a top 5 defensive team in the league. Yeah, Mark Daigneault is my coach of the year for the OKC Thunder, and he may win a couple of these throughout his career because he's still a very young head coach. Executive of the year, it's got to go to Brad Stevens of the Boston Celtics.
Yeah, for sure. Like, no one, I'm not going to say no one, but I did not expect the Drew Holiday and Chris Porzingis trade, me personally, to work out this well. Ain't no way. Yep. Like, the Celtics have been looked at all season with no depth, but their depth has been fine. Considering that they got a starting 5 of all-stars, their depth has been fine.
Celtics trading for Drew Holiday and giving up really Malcolm Brogdon and Robert Williams looks like a fantastic deal for them. Trading Marcus Smart for Kristaps Porzingis and multiple first-round picks as well. Yeah, what an offseason for Brad Stevens to put this team on the floor together. He's my executive of the year. As I was digging into the stats for Clutch Player of the Year, I was kind of surprised to figure out that I was going to go with DeMar DeRozan for this award. DeRozan is 2nd in clutch minutes out of anybody in the league this year.
Is this correct? I don't know. First of all, why are we sleeping on Clutch Player of the Year? When the word first came out, I was very excited. Now people don't care about it. I'm confused. If I'm thinking of clutch moments right now, though, I don't know. Would I give it to DeMar, man? I feel like considering that the Bulls literally haven't won enough games, I wouldn't. Honestly, Steph wouldn't even be a bad option. I'm trying to think of people. D'Lo. I ain't gonna lie. If the war with the D'Lo, that would literally be fair. D'Lo's has so many clutch moments this year. Um, AD has the best clutch field goal percentage, I think. I don't know. Give it to Steph.
Second in clutch points as well. He's fifth in just overall field goal percentage in the clutch and is first in 3-point percentage. They're 23 and 15 in clutch games, and I'm gonna go with DeRozan. I think a runner-up could be Steph Curry as well. All right, so let's get into these all NBA teams. It's the first year that it's positionless, so we don't have to worry about that. I think it's a pretty easy all NBA first team. The two MVP candidates, like I mentioned, Nikola Jokic and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I think we also got to give some love to Giannis Antetokounmpo, who I mentioned in that MVP conversation for what he's been on both ends of the floor. Luka Doncic, what he's putting up individually this season, feels like it's just a 30-point triple-double every other night. Even with the Mavericks record, I think that they'll at least be a play-in tournament team, but I think they'll make the best team this year. I think that was
Okay, I don't know why I separated it like that, but yeah, that's the All NBA first team for sure. There's no
a
debate.
very easy All-NBA first team. Let's not overthink it. Now, I think All-NBA second team is where it could get very, very difficult. First guy on here is Jalen Brunson of the New York Knicks. Yeah, what's there not to say about Brunson? He's leading the Knicks
I ain't gonna lie.
and keeping them alive with all the injuries
Yeah, I was just about to say that he's keeping the Knicks alive, so you gotta put him. You gotta give him respect. I would have to see the
that they've had this season. 27.5 points, 6.5 assists. Elite efficiency, was an all-star, first guy on the All-NBA second team. Next up, we got Anthony Davis of the LA Lakers. Has just been an elite two-way player this year. Has played more than 65 games, so he's going to meet that minimum game threshold. 24.5 points.
AD's been crazy.
12.5 rebounds, good efficiency, and like I said, one of the best defenders in the league. That was easy. Good up for Kevin Durant as well. He's played north of 65 games also. 27.5 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, just elite efficiency. North of 50% from the field, north of 40% from 3, and 85% from the line. An unreal season from KD, and plus defense as well. I'm going to go with Anthony Edwards, also on one of the better teams in the NBA with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Has been keeping that team alive as well with all their injuries that they've had as of late, specifically to Karl-Anthony Towns. 26.5 points, 5.5 rebounds, 5.5 assists. Yep, All-NBA second team for me. And surprisingly, has played 65 games this year. I'm going to go with Kawhi Leonard. Still really good defense.
No. I don't know if Kawhi is making an All NBA team at all. I ain't gonna lie. If he is 13, am I tripping? Am I tripping for that? No, I don't think he is. Especially the way he's been playing recently. No.
24 points a night, 6 rebounds, 3.5 assists. It's just the efficiency is off the charts. 53% from the field, 42% from 3, and 89% from the line. That is KD level efficiency with really good defense. Yeah,
I don't care about that efficiency. Kawhi has not been that good this season.
I'd Kawhi my All-NBA second team. I would have also had Donovan Mitchell here, but he's not going to hit 65 games. Also, an odd man out of that second team that you could put in there, and I'd be okay with it. Domantas Sabonis at the Sacramento Kings.
Alright, bro.
This guy is a double-double and triple-double machine all year long. 20 points a night, 13.5 rebounds, and 8.5 assists for Sabonis. Yeah, he's been just a complete offensive hub for the Kings in the post. 61% from the field, 41% from 3. That's a no-brainer on third team, and if he made second team, I'd be okay with it. All right, I'm going to go with Devin Booker as well, the second Phoenix Sun. They have 10 games left on the season. The moment I'm recording this video, he has to play in at least 7 of them. But first year, kind of being a full-time point guard, averaging 27 points, 4 rebounds, and 7 assists a night. Shooting 50% from the field, 36% from 3, and 88% from the line. I think he's got to be an All-NBA third team. I know it's been a very weird season from them, and if the Rockets pass them in the play-in tournament, then he shouldn't make this, because I don't think anybody not on a playoff team should make an All-NBA award. But I'm going to have Steph Curry in here just for now because of the individual season he's had. Like I mentioned before, one of the best players in the clutch this season. He's overall averaging 27 points, 4.5 rebounds, 5 assists a night, shooting 46% from the field, 40% from 3, and 92% from the line. Still one of the best offensive players in the league. But like I said, if the Rockets jump them in the play-in tournament rankings and the Warriors just completely miss out on the playoffs, he shouldn't make this. Also got to have LeBron James here as well. He's going to meet that 65 game threshold. 25 points, 7 rebounds a night, 8 assists for somebody in his 21st year in the NBA. Yeah, that's a no-brainer. And lastly, I'm going to go with Tyrese Halliburton. Now, if you didn't want to have him here, that's fine. I have a bunch of honorable mentions that you could put in. Halliburton, I know, has been inconsistent after the All-Star break, but is still having a very good season. Still one of the best passers in the league, 20 points and 11 assists a night. 48% from the field, 37% from 3, and 86% from the line. It's a really good year for Halliburton.
I'm gonna whip that honorable mentions. to say something.
There's a lot of guys on the cusp as well. So like I said, if you don't want to have him here and you wanted to have somebody else, I'm okay with that. And those honorable mentions I have Paolo Banchero of the Orlando Magic, Jimmy Butler of the Miami Heat, as well as Bam Adebayo. You could also put Jaylen Brown here, Tyrese Maxey, De'Aaron Fox, or Damian Lillard.
Okay. All right. So let me go back. All right. So I'll probably have Jalen Brunson over Tyrese. I will say that. Not Brunson. I mean Jalen Brown. I'll probably have Jalen Brown over Tyrese Halliburton just because Tyrese Halliburton, like the way he's been playing the second half has been so atrocious. As far as these people being on All NBA second team, we go back. I'll put. Let's see. I'll put Devin Booker probably above Kawhi, or Devin Booker or LeBron above Kawhi, and these four are fine. Am I forgetting anything else? I don't think so. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna end the video because I think the rest of his video is him just doing all rookie teams, all defensive teams. I don't really care for that. I clicked the wrong button.